What's happening? What's good, y'all? And we back, man, with the Fanatics Playbook. And look, today, we gonna jump straight into it. I'm talking to y'all about my Eastern Conference NBA 2021 All-Stars. These are my opinions, my predictions, my picks. If you got an issue with it, we could definitely argue about it in the comments down below. So let's jump straight into it, man. Let's go.
I've been trying to curry no sauce, trying to bury my thoughts. Cold heart, hurry, more frost. And my sights all blurry eyes cross. Wasn't raised, wasn't pulse. Going on my grave, wasn't pulse. Riding on my wave, you get tossed when I'm paving it's off.
Yeah, I was chasing a check. It felt like chasing a jet. I was on last.
So today we're talking East All-Stars, hence East Edition. So I'm only talking about players in the East who I think should make the All-Star game. And look, definitely we're going to be talking about a lot of the shining stars, a lot of the players that are out here balling, and dudes who I think should make their first All-Star appearance. Look, I gotta start off here. My criteria is gonna be based off this. Positions, obviously. Number of All-Star appearances, I'm taking that into consideration. Stats is gonna be a big part, and also impact on their team. So here is a list of my 2021 Eastern Conference All-Stars. So as y'all can see, my starters are Joel Embiid, KD, Kyrie, Harden, and Giannis. Dang, bro, you got 3 players on the same team, starters? Yeah, bro. Why? Because the Nets lead the league in points per game at 122 points per game. They lead the league in field goal percentage at 50%. You got 3 dudes who are perennial all-stars. 3 dudes who ball out. Right now, they're in the 2nd seed in the East, but in my opinion, they're easily the best team in the East. You have KD giving you 30, 8, and 6. We got Kyrie giving us 28, 6, and I think 5. And we got Harden giving us 25, 6, and 12. And Harden leads the league in assists, just in case we haven't noticed. So that's a no-brainer. Those 3 dudes, if the game was to actually be played, they will be the highlight of the game. So Giannis, he's dropping 28, 11, and 6. Now, yes, last year he did have better numbers, but we got to understand that the Bucks are just now rounding into form and getting into mid-season shape, right? So his numbers, they're naturally going to go up. And even at this rate, that's still monster numbers for a dude with no real outside shot, right? Yeah, he can hit the 3 from time to time, but he has no mid-range game whatsoever. And he's still putting up these types of numbers, Shaq-type numbers. That's just dominant prowess on the inside. So, I mean, obviously, we're talking about a 2-time back-to-back MVP and obviously the NBA Defensive Player of the Year. So that's a no-brainer. He's a starter. And my last starter is Joel Embiid, who right now he's having a year. Obviously, I knew coming in he was going to have a chip on his shoulder just because last year getting swept by the Celtics, which was embarrassing. But I didn't expect them to be number 1 seed in the East. I mean, I figured, you know, with KD, Kyrie, and them coming, and with the Bucks who are always going to be at the top, I didn't expect number 1 seed from them. But obviously, Ben Simmons' game didn't really develop that much offensively. And Tobias Harris was playing much better this year than last year. And you take into account that they're opening up the court more with Danny Green, with Seth Curry, right? So things are moving better offensively. And Doc Rivers looks like he knows what he's doing. It's an upgrade from Brett Brown. But still, everybody's feeding off Joel Embiid. And we're talking about going last year from 23 points per game to now 28 points per game. Like, that is amazing. And he is just giving work to anybody, anytime, anywhere, down low. On top of improving his points per game, Joel Embiid is shooting 40% from 3, which is up, I think, from 33% last year. And he's shooting 54% from the field. Like, the dude has been on fire. And he's making his case for why he might be the best center in the league. So now, for the reserves, right? I gotta highlight one of my favorite players right now, man. Like, I enjoy watching Jaylen Brown right now, but Jaylen Brown should be a first-time All-Star. Because dude is giving us 27, 5, and 3. He's averaging more points per game than Jason Tatum, who's the best player on their team. Now, I'm not going to go say he's better than Tatum, but Jaylen Brown, he's doing his thing. He's having a year, and then, you know, he's validating that contract they gave him in 2019. So I'm enjoying watching Brown play. I think he had some godly stats the other day, like with 33 points in 19 minutes. Since like the shot clock era, like he's doing his thing, and I enjoy watching Jaylen play, man. All right, so while on the Celtics, I gotta highlight Jason Tatum. Why? I mean, he's having a really good year. We're talking 26, 6, and 3. He's just a max player doing max player things for his team. Obviously, he's the best player on the Celtics team, who's 4th in the East, so they're a really good team per usual. No surprise there. So for the obvious reasons, Jason Tatum should be an All-Star. Look, we gotta show some love to the Pacers, man. Sabonis and Malcolm Brogdon are doing their thing out there. Those 2 dudes should be All-Stars. Why? Because in a very tough Eastern Conference, those dudes are carrying the Pacers to the 5th seed, I think. So they deserve respect. You know, Sabonis coming off injury, and he's still out here giving you 21, 12, and 5. Like, that is numbers. Like, dude is balling. And we got Malcolm Brogdon. You know, you get rid of Oladipo, so now, you know, both of them could feel like it's really their team now, and they can really go out here and go to work and not feel like they have to share and keep Oladipo included. But it's no surprise that the Pacers are doing good. They're having a good regular season, as usually they are. Now, the issue is, can they take that and do something within the playoffs? Remains to be seen. So a bright young star who I think should be in his first All-Star game is definitely Zach LaVine. The dude is giving us 25, 5, and 5. That is All-Star numbers, people. Majority of the players I've just listed before have been dropping 25, 5, and 5. And the Bulls are only half a game out of the 8th seed. So that means come April and May, they're going to be fighting for a playing spot. And this year, right, he should really be an all-star because of the fact that the Bulls franchise have been trying to build around him in marketing for a few years now, right? But marketing is usually injury-riddled. But this year, he's been showing up. And, you know, with better coaching, you know, you got rising stars out of Kobe White and Porter Jr. He's been leading this team, and they've been having a really good season for Bulls standard. So that's why Zach LaVine should get extreme consideration. In my opinion, he has my vote for the All-Star game. I think Bradley Beal should be an All-Star. Yes, I'm saying it. Bradley Beal has my vote for the All-Star game. Despite the Wizards' record and how that team is going, Bradley Beal should be an All-Star because the dude is giving us 34, 5, and 5. That's Michael Jordan type of numbers. Regardless of what is going on around him, like, we got to be honest. You know, we got to give him his flowers. Dude has been balling consistently year in, year out. So my last All-Star spot has to go to Nikola Vucevic. I'm killing his name. But look, I don't really watch much Orlando basketball, mainly because I've been so stuck with football season, right? But from what I've seen when I was watching at the beginning of the season, I think they started off 4-0, and obviously Fultz ended up getting hurt. You know, that kind of derailed their plans for the season. But he's still giving us, I think, 23, 10, and 3. And he leads his team in rebounds and in points. So he's been really consistent because he was an All-Star last year. So he's been one of the bright spots for that Orlando team. And, you know, you got to respect his game, and you got to respect what he brings in night and night out. And that's All-Star play and All-Star level numbers. So you got to respect him. And look, there were some honorable mentions, but like I said, this was not easy. It was tough to get here. So there's some dudes that were left out that maybe they should have been left out. We'll definitely, you know, go back and forth about it. But they were left out. And that is Bam Adebayo, and that is Julius Randle, man. Both of those guys are having really good seasons, right? And I think Julius Randle, he's at like 22 points per game right now. And the Knicks are actually in the 8th seed. So if the playoffs started today, the Knicks will be in the playoffs. But, you know, before I run and say things like, yo, a Knicks should be an all-star, definitely got to see more consistent production for a longer period. And with Bam Adebayo, right, the Heat are just, they're 6-12 right now. They're having a really tough start to the season. So, yeah, he improved his points per game from 16 to 20 points. But still, the Heat are just not good enough to where you can say, oh, hey, you should be in the All-Star game because your team is not performing well enough. So definitely individual success has to have team impact. And if it doesn't, then you can't make my All-Star game. Even though I'm a Heat fan. But those are my 2021 Eastern Conference All-Star picks, man. If you disagree, if you don't like them, we could definitely go back and forth about it in the comments below. If you like what we talked about today, y'all, if you enjoyed it, definitely subscribe to the channel. We got more content on the way, and we're going to be talking our Western Conference All-Star picks in our next video. Peace.